Today guys, I'm going to show you how to do an anniversary stripe. 2003 Harley. I'm going to show you how to do a simulated stripe. Obviously we won't be able to do the little Harley bar and shields or the little Harley-Davidson lettering that you see in between the two champagne type stripes. So we're going to show you how to get something close. First things first, you really need two people to do this. I simply use 3/4 inch tape as a guide. As you can see on the fenders, it's very close to 3/4 inch. On the tanks, it usually starts out thinner and it gets wider, so pay attention to that. So on the fenders, it's pretty consistent, 3/4 all the way through, or very close to 3/4 inches. So I'm using this 3/4 inch tape as a guide. So what we want to do is lay this out. It's good to have somebody hang on to the fender firmly, and you twist the tape. Make it nice and smooth. You use that as a guide. Now I'm using 1/8 inch fine line. You simply want to stay right on the edge, be nice and smooth. Put it right up against the edge here. You want to do this to both sides. Again, be nice and smooth. I really like this 1/8 inch orange tape. It's cheaper than the 3M tape. Never had an issue with it. I'll put a link below where you can get this. A fairly decent price on Amazon, shipped directly to you. Now on this stripe, what we're going to do, I'm going to spray the as you've seen in my videos before, that I've sprayed the base color or the pinstripe color first. So in this case, it's like a champagne color on the border, and then the silver in the center. We're actually going to spray this the gold color first, and then we'll outline it with 1/8 inch to cover that area, and then we'll put silver in there. Then I got a little trick to show you that how to replicate pretty much the Harley-Davidson lettering, you know, from 3 feet away. It'll resemble it, but obviously not going to be exactly the same. So now what you want to do is take 1/4 inch green tape. You can also use 3/4 tape, or simply outlining the orange tape. You want to do both sides. And right here, you'll see I did this on purpose. So you want to make sure you overlap it. So this way you don't have this little area right here where you'll be spraying this and it will go through here. We call this blow through. So you don't want that happening. So you can either fill that back in or grab the tape, redo this line. Now, like I said before, this is a guide. What you do is make sure you pull the yellow tape only. Pull this back. It's cool out right now here in Tampa, so the tape sticks more than normal, and of course it tore right there. Now when you have this, you want to be real careful not to nick the orange tape. Just like that. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to mask this all up. So the other side's already done, so it looks exactly like this. So what I'm going to do is mask this up. I'm going to spray this champagne. I'll take a short video of that, and then we'll put 1/8 inch on each side, orange tape, and then I will fill in the center with silver, and I'll show you the little trick. Okay, as you can see, I got the gold painted. So it's base coat. It's kind of cool down here in Tampa right now, so I let it dry for about 20 minutes or so. Basically mix some silver, some gold toner, a little bit of a couple drops of red too. So I did a test panel over a black so it resembles spraying the gold over the black. And as you can see, I got it real close. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go ahead and outline the gold stripe and cover it up, so when we're completely done and pull the tape off, you will end up with the border that's gold. So I put these two pieces of tape here, and the reason is because if you notice, this stripe right here on the edge of the tape stripe is not 1/8 inch. It's a little skinnier than 1/8 inch, and it's a little wider than 1/16 inch. So what we're going to do, I don't know what width that would be, what, 30 seconds or 3, I don't know. But anyway, what we're going to do, we're going to compromise here. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the 1/16, it's a little wider than the 1/16, and we are going to put this on. Grab my glasses here. We're going to put this on and leave just the tiniest gap in there. We don't want a 1/16 inch gap, because obviously a 1/16 inch gap in the 1/16 inch tape would make 1/8 inch, and we might as well just use the 1/8 inch. So you just want a hairline under that. So you just got the slightest gap in there. Some tedious tape in here. Try to be smooth as possible. Now you'll see on one of my other videos, it shows how to do the pinstripe backwards. By doing the pinstripe first, the pinstripe color first, mask or taping that up, and then doing the base color, pulling the tape off, and bammo, you got instant pinstripe. So you could realistically do that to this too. You could have done the copper first, put two stripes, and then do the black last, but I just decided to do it this way. So some tedious taping. What I'm going to do is just record this part, because the other three will be the same. I got the bottom edge of this stripe and then the two on the other side. So I wanted to show you what I do right after this, after I make this, lay this stripe. Should always do a test panel too, like I showed you a little while ago. That way you're for sure that you got the color right, and you spray it on and you're done. You don't have to mess with it, because one thing, you got to watch your edge along this edge here. If you don't, and you end up with a nasty edge, it won't look good at all. So what I'm going to do now, obviously there's a gap in there. We left that on purpose. So we need to fill that gap. Make sure that's covered. Because when we spray the silver, which is the last color, we want to make sure none of the silver gets in that little gap. So again, you use the 1/4 inch. You could use 1/8 inch masking tape if you want to. Don't use fineline though, it's too expensive. It's normally like twice as much as masking tape. So this works good. I like 1/4 inch. The green stands out real nice. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the bottom edge. I'll do the other two. And then I'm going to spray silver in here. So I'll come back when it's silver and this all masked up, and I'll show you the little trick on how to resemble the little Harley-Davidsons. Okay, as you guys see, I got the silver stripe done. I got my 1/16 laid out. I got my 1/4 inch that covers the gap. I got the silver sprayed on both sides. It's base coat. It's only been drying for about 5 minutes. So here's the little trick I wanted to show you. What we're going to do is use the same paint that we used earlier. I've used this trick before on spraying simulated granite. I'll post a picture up at the top there. You can see, get an idea of how this works. So as you can see, little Harley-Davidsons in between those two stripes. So what we do, you turn down your air pressure, you need to practice this. And then turn it way down and just let it sputter. Hopefully you guys see that on the white masking paper. Of course, the more you put on, the denser it is. So what we're going to do, you got to aim straight towards it, straight towards the stripe. So, as you can see, I mean, there is barely any pressure. So do one more practice. Three, four. The more pressure you got, the finer the spray will be. Okay, that'll give you an idea of what it looks like. Probably could have went a little finer. So what I mean by that is turn up the pressure a little bit. So let's turn it up just a little bit. That actually looks better. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to dust a little more silver on here. So see, even with a little practice on that masking paper over there, it's close, it looks good, but I'm going to kill this. You don't want to put too much on here because you'll have a nasty edge. So we're just going to do that, just enough to kill it, just a little bit. Come back here. You got to watch your air compressor too. If it kicks on, of course your air is naturally going to go up on the gun. Okay, we're just going to leave it like that. Okay, now for the moment of truth. We worked our way backwards on this stripe. So let's take a peek. See if we need any more. Not bad. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to start pulling. I'm going to cut the video short because obviously once I start pulling this, the other side's going to be the same. Looking very good. Pretty good. Not bad at all. So I'm going to go ahead and pull all the paper off and then clean it up and go ahead and clear it, wipe it down real good, clear it, and I'll take a couple pictures and a short video showing what it looks like afterwards. Okay guys, here's the last segment of the video. This is the original fender, and this is what I just produced. So it's very close, good enough, you know, I think it'll pass. 3 to 5 feet away, it looks great. 3+ feet away, it looks great. So one thing to add, earlier I said that I used for the speckle paint for the Harley-Davidson. I did darken the original paint. I did use the original paint that I used on the border, but I did add a little black on it, make it a little grayer. So keep that in mind when it's splattered. So remember to keep your gun very, very low, practice quite a bit. There is a technique to that. Don't just wing it and get some practice in. do it on masking paper or some test panels or another black fender or a silver fender, black fender, whatever. So you can see, and also I did use the technique in another video where I showed you how to wipe the edges of graphics. Just fold wipe all, or we use Crew 400, fold it in half, wipe it across the edges, and it cleans the edges real nice. So anyway, that's the end of this video. I appreciate you watching. Be sure and click the circle above to subscribe. Give me a thumbs up on this video. If you have any questions, be sure and leave your questions below. I'll be sure to reply to you. And any comments, go ahead and leave those below too. So thanks for watching.